Look at the skies over the Middle East during recent conflicts. Trillions of dollars in towering skyscrapers and state-of-the-art infrastructure sit totally exposed the moment a ballistic missile enters the picture. Because of this, wealthy nations like the UAE, Japan, and South Korea resort to renting their survival. They purchase massive foreign defense platforms, deploying American or Russian interceptors across their borders to protect their cities. But outsourced defense comes with a massive strategic catch. If you rely on another country's hardware, your national security is suddenly tied up in their supply chains. A dispute over spare parts or a sudden shift in geopolitical alliances could literally turn off your sky shield overnight. India realized the danger of this dependency back in 1998. When regional nuclear tests confirmed the presence of hostile warheads right next door, the threat of an aerial wipeout shifted from a theoretical fear to an immediate existential problem. By 1999, the Indian government understood that simply importing a few missile batteries wouldn't be enough. They initiated a highly classified, decades-long project to engineer a native ballistic missile defense network from scratch. Having an immense GDP or massive cash reserves doesn't keep a nation safe. True sovereignty belongs exclusively to the countries that own the underlying math and engineering to shoot down an incoming threat. That quarter-century of silent engineering finally ignited the sky in June. Under extreme secrecy, India's Defense Research and Development Organization conducted a series of back-to-back interception tests, proving their multi-layered shield is fully operational. This diagram shows endo-atmospheric interception. The system obliterates incoming projectiles inside Earth's atmosphere, acting as the final defensive net. Moving past the Kármán line, 100 kilometers up, we see the second tier. Exo-atmospheric interception targets ICBMs in the vacuum of space. Yet, stopping high-altitude weapons isn't enough if an adversary decides to sneak around the perimeter. An enemy could easily position a warship right off the coastline, bypassing long-range radar to launch a close-quarters strike. To plug that vulnerability, the DRDO concurrently tested a medium-range naval anti-ship missile. This gives the military a direct lethal countermeasure against stealthy maritime incursions attempting to strike the mainland from the ocean. By overlapping these technologies, killing ICBMs in space and blinding coastal attacks at sea, India has engineered a sealed multi-directional dome over its airspace. Intriguing, and the moment these systems went live, India's neighbors noticed. Almost immediately, massive Chinese intelligence vessels, equipped with heavy arrays of tracking dishes, deployed straight into the Bay of Bengal. Officially, these are classified as research ships. In reality, they are positioned there to absorb telemetry data. They want to map the precise speed, trajectory, and radar frequencies of the new Indian interceptors as they climb through the atmosphere. They are gathering this data because of a brutal mathematical reality. If India can reliably intercept incoming fire, it neutralizes the first strike capabilities of rival militaries in the region. A government can issue endless press releases claiming their missiles work, but when an adversary aggressively positions their most expensive spy assets right off their coast to watch the sky, it is the ultimate proof that the shield is real. This map tracks the global defense hierarchy. Out of 193 recognized countries, only the United States, Russia, China, and Israel possess the native technology to shoot down ballistic missiles. With these latest tests, India officially illuminates as the fifth member of this extremely exclusive group. That geopolitical reality is currently dominating foreign intelligence desks. Iranian media outlets, including the Tasnim news agency, have heavily publicized the Indian tests, dissecting exactly how a developing nation managed to construct such an airtight defense. They are studying this because they've just survived exactly what happens when you lack one. After enduring waves of aerial exchanges across the Middle East, the ability to independently defend your own cities has become the single most valuable military asset on the planet. As international conflicts escalate, geopolitical power won't be defined by how many missiles a nation can fire, but by whether they hold the domestic engineering to stop them midair. Alongside these technological advancements, we must also acknowledge the inherent risks taken by those in uniform. The country is mourning the recent loss of 5 Indian Air Force personnel who died when their AN-32 transport aircraft crashed in the Jorhat region of Assam. The military is currently conducting a full investigation into the exact cause of the crash. As the nation secures its airspace and pushes its capabilities forward, it does so while permanently honoring their ultimate sacrifice.
If you value clarity over chaos, explore more on Clear Lens X.